What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy ZD over here at Three Man Weave. I'm with the lovely co-host CJ, and we're coming at you guys live, man, on a Monday. It's September 22nd. We got a pretty interesting Three Man Weave outline to go through today, man. We got a little bit of NBA trivia. We're gonna be talking about the San Antonio Spurs and their offseason file. But CJ, how are you doing today, man? How's the football season going for you? How is all the NBA news that's been coming out, and how are you feeling, man?
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling good. You know, it's been hasn't been the best season for me so far in fantasy. It's 0-2, potentially
Yeah.
might be 0-3 by the end of tonight, so we'll see. But
Yikes.
it's been good, bro. I can't complain. Been getting more into football lately. You know, helping out OP with the shoot or helping with the ballers of the week and doing
Yeah.
our fantasy league recap. So been trying to get into that a little bit more. But bro, I think all of this is just really just getting me ready for the NBA season because you know that's my first true love and what I
Of
really
course.
really care about and what I love to talk about with you and just anyone in general, you know. So I think that's what I'm most excited about, like seeing how invested I am to the football season. I just can't wait till the NBA season starts, and I feel like we've been saying that since the NBA season ended. So it's exciting, man. Can't wait and yeah, just ready to chop it up, bro. How are you? How you been? How's your fantasy
I'm
going, or
good.
how's football season going for you
Yeah.
so far?
Well, outside of the Texans being 0-3, I'm pretty good. I think, I'm gonna be 2-1 in fantasy. I would rather have the Texans doing well, but football's going okay for me. I have been trying to keep up with college as well. My girlfriend's a UT fan, so staying up with that. But outside of that, man, we had Eurobasket. We had a couple interesting things going on with Steve Ballmer, and we got something that happened with the Rockets point guard, unfortunately. So I've been staying close to the NBA news and keeping my ear to the ground on that, but feeling pretty good, man. Can't complain. Got a good workout today. Was able to make a video. Now I'm on Weave with you, and like
Mm-hmm.
you just said, man, it's getting an opportunity to talk about hoops with anyone. Honestly, it's a blessing of mine. So what an opportunity! But let's dive right in, man. I think Fred Van Fleet going down with the torn ACL. So to give the hit away, that's the Rockets point guard we were talking about. It's unfortunate. I don't have much to say outside of the fact that we've seen a lot of these injuries, torn Achilles, torn ACLs recently, last 2 years. I would say there's definitely been a spike in terms of those. But Fred Van Fleet, I mean, NBA champion, we know he's an NBA vet. It's going to be difficult to come back from an injury like this. I think he's going to lose a lot of explosiveness in his jumper. I'm sure he'll still be the same cerebral player that he is. He's very crafty, very smart. I don't think he's going to lose any of that. We could see a little dip in production, but you're gonna ask the question. I think it's Reed Shepherd time. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see. I don't have like, unfortunately, the season wasn't going on, so we weren't able to give you guys real time news on kind of how this changes the Rockets. We'll just have to see what they look like from day one. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
think they play the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, now I think they lose. Unfortunately, no Fred Van Fleet. I think that's their starting point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not in the game, I just think it's going to be a less competitive game, unfortunately, when it comes to their season opener, right? But
Right.
Aaron Holiday, Reed Shepard, you can expect Reed Shepard to show up. We know what he's brought them in the G League, and now just seeing if it translates to an NBA court, it's going to be really interesting. We know he's athletic; he can shoot the three. I would say he's not a Fred Van Fleet in terms of IQ, but he can be a microwave similar to Fred Van Fleet, and he's more athletic than Fred Van Fleet. So I'm just excited to see what Reed Shepard can bring. It's an unfortunate situation to see not only Fred Van Fleet's injury, but Tatum, Lillard, PG, like all these
Reese.
knee injuries, Embiid, right? It's tough. But unfortunately, this is, we got to play the cards. We got to play the hand that we were dealt. Whatever cards are on the table, we have to play. So Fred Van Fleet's going to be out for the season. I'm sure Ime Udoka is going to figure out a way to combat this. I think, Reed Shepard's got to just step up and be the first one. Either they might start Holiday, bro, to give him that veteran presence and then have Reed Shepard come
Come
off
up.
the bench. But don't be shocked if they start Reed Shepard too. I mean, you can
Yeah.
if you need to.
Yeah, no, yeah. When I saw that news, bro, ESPN got that notification. I was just like, man, that's obviously, like you said,
Sad.
Fred VanVleet, NBA champion, and just kind of when the Rockets were trying to get to where they're at this point. Obviously, season hasn't started yet, but what the team constructed looked like. He's a great, playmaker, good shot creator, and it's kind of like not the engine to the offense, but he is definitely the main facilitator besides Sengun. So it's like you said, just kind of seeing, not being able to see what the product was on the court. Like you said, we can't really go into like a deep analysis, but just kind of what I was expecting from him was, what he has been doing for his whole career. And I think that
Right.
would have been a perfect combination of all the talent they have acquired over the past couple years since he's been on the roster. And it just sucks that we didn't get to see what that looks like. But like you said, man, I think
For
Reed
sure.
Shepard, this is going to be a big moment for him this whole season, this whole upcoming year, just kind of seeing what he can turn into, and he's going to get the opportunity now. I feel like that was really why we haven't seen as much as him, just because they have pretty good guards for the most part, and they just wanted him to get his footing. But I think, like you said, just what he's able to provide is, not quite the same as Fred VanVleet. Like you said, the IQ isn't as high. Obviously, VanVleet's a veteran in this league, and he's going into his third year.
Yeah.
So, hopefully being able to see what he can do. I'm excited, man. Excited to see that, but yeah, no, man, it sucks. That's a huge blow. Like you said, that is their starting point
Yeah.
guard. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go about it. But I think they're still going to be a solid team. I think obviously KD,
Yeah.
a man,
Top three
Sengun, yeah,
seed.
yeah, still one of the best teams in the league. But obviously it's one of those type of players that get injured that, like, you might not, a casual fan might not think anything of it. It's not like a KD got injured, knock on wood, but it's someone that's very impactful for that team and what they were trying to build. So yes, huge blow for the Rockets, man. It sucks to see that happen, and just the time, the season was about to, is about to start in a little less
The
than a
timing
month,
is
and
not.
it sucks, man. But hopefully speedy recovery. Can't wait to see what he ends up looking like after the surgery and the recovery process of that. But Reed Shepard, man, this is your time to shine, bro.
Yes, it's your time.
Show us why you were the top one of the top picks in your draft. So I'm excited. I think they're in good hands, and it's gonna be interesting. It just made
Yeah.
the start of this upcoming season even a little more interesting for them, because when we did our offseason files on Houston, he wasn't a part of their core or like their franchise players, but I mean he's a huge part of that team and just kind of making it go essentially. And I'm excited to see what Reed
Yeah.
Shepard can do, man. But yeah, no, terrible
Yeah. I
news,
like
man.
that.
I hate seeing anybody get injured like that, especially
Yeah.
being out for the whole season. So can't
Someone
wait
like
to see
Fred
you back,
VanVleet.
Fred.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, we wish you a speedy recovery. But CJ, are you ready for some fun? Some three-man weave fun. We got some NBA trivia. I got 5 questions prepared for the boy. But CJ, are you ready to answer these tough questions about the NBA?
I think I'm ready, bro. I think,
Okay. Well,
yeah, let's get
let's
it.
see.
Let's
Let's
get
see
it.
if you're ready, man. First question on the docket that I have for you, CJ. Can you name me the last 25 NBA MVPs going back to the 2001 season?
Man, do I have to do it like a certain
You do not
way?
have to do it in order. You do
Okay.
not have to do it in order.
I'm gonna try to, because I think that's probably be the easiest. But this is gonna be a
Okay.
tough one, bro. I know you said you were giving me little
Yeah.
hints. For everyone, all the audience, he did not tell me these questions. I don't know what he's about to ask me. He was giving me little tidbits though. He was saying that the first question, it might be the hardest, and it's going to be from the last 25 years. So I didn't know. I thought you were gonna ask NBA champions. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Ooh, no.
So
Switched it up on you. Did
you said
MVP, and we'll put the
MVPs.
little, what is it? The Jeopardy music, the
Yeah,
thinking music. They call it. Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
I got you. Yeah. So obviously 20. So it goes. Yeah, 2024 season would be the latest season, because this
Yeah,
was
it'd
last year.
be
Because
last.
this
Who
is
won
the
last year?
Shea Gilgeous Alexander won last year,
Okay.
and then it was Jokic.
Yep.
Oh, this is when it gets a little, because I don't remember it exactly. So Jokic. Oh no. Okay, that was, oh bro, I'm gonna be mad at myself now because I'm overthinking
You
it.
got Shea and Jokic.
Yeah,
Who was before
Embiid,
Jokic
right?
in 2020? Embiid.
Embiid,
There you
okay.
go.
Embiid 20, so that 2022 now, right?
Yeah.
Was this Jokic
Super
again?
good. Uh-huh.
Jokic again. 2021. See, this is where I'm like, all right, I know there's someone that we all know. I just forgot the year.
Yeah, for sure. So you got Shea, Jokic, Embiid,
Jokic. Was this one Giannis? It
No,
was Jokic, wasn't it?
it was Jokic.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Jokic. Yep.
Jokic.
You got the last four.
Jokic, and then Giannis.
Giannis. Yep.
So now we're
You're at 2018, 2019.
2018, 2019. Man, I feel like this is like you should know. You shouldn't even have to think. But I guess I don't know ball, ladies and gentlemen. 2018.
You've done pretty good so far.
Yeah, I feel like decent, you know.
Yeah, you've gotten all of them right.
2018, bro.
He was real good too.
Was this Harden? No,
Close.
that's
the year after.
That's the year after, or 17,
or the year before.
Yeah, 17.
Year before. Yep.
Who was this one?
So you got Harden. You just need that person.
Jokic again?
Nope.
Oh no, so yeah, I got
Harden.
I got Harden. Okay, let's come back to 2018. 2017, okay. Harden.
Mm-hmm. Who was before Harden?
Russ.
15
was Steph. 14 was damn.
He's cooking. MVP,
bro. I should know this.
So cold.
I'm gonna be so mad because I know it. I'm gonna skip that one.
Doing pretty well.
I'm gonna skip
you
that
had
one.
Harden, Westbrook, Curry. This next person.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay.
2013. Was that Bron?
Yes, sir. LeBron James.
2013, 2012, KD.
Nope.
No. 14 was KD.
Yes.
14 was KD.
14 was Kevin Durant. There you go.
2013. This is tough.
You're doing good.
I'm really having to think.
You're moving a lot quicker through this list than I thought.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's good to that's good to know. That's good to know. I'm trying to think. I know.
So you had Harden, Westbrook, Curry, Durant, James.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that one who won before James?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the. I know Bron has 4. He has 4. So it was LeBron?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Trick question.
Okay, yeah, that's
LeBron.
11. D Rose, right?
There you go. D Rose. 2010.
Kobe's 09.
Yes. So Kobe is like before these next two.
Okay.
So you had Rose. You had James twice, then Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Who's after Rose, or who's before Rose?
Before Rose, yeah. Oh man.
And Bryant after Bryant before Rose. Doing pretty good, man. You've got you missed out on 2018.
Yeah.
But you have everything else.
I'm
so
gonna circle
far.
back to that one because I definitely should know that.
Yeah, just keep it skull for the people at 3, man. You're doing good though, man. Like you're on it.
So I need 2010. 09, 10. Who is cooking? Who was killing, bro? MVP for a reason, obviously.
Mm-hmm. For a reason, and I'm honestly shocked you got the Rose split. That's gonna help you a lot.
Was this one LeBron?
Yes.
Okay.
So LeBron was before Rose.
Yep. He was the year after Kobe, right?
Yeah, so he's twice again. So you have his 4 MVPs.
Got you.
And then Kobe.
Yep.
So who was before Kobe? This is 2007. Yep. 2007, 2008.
Fuck. I hate that I'm leaving like dead space, but I'm thinking, guys, sorry.
Yeah, no, for sure.
2007.
This dude was cold. Ooh, he was cold.
2007. I was 10 years old. I'm trying to think. Who was killing when I was...
You were so young.
Who was I killing when I was a youngin', bro?
Yeah, you were young.
You said I already have bronze, right?
Mm-hmm. You have all 4 bronze. You just did Bryant. So Bryant, this is the person before Bryant. Also, as a side note, like you do have 2 hints per round.
Per round. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
per question.
I don't know if I want to use that one right now. Oh no, actually, yeah, yeah. Can I get a hint for this one, bro?
Yeah, Western Conference.
Western Conference. Oh, Dirk.
Dirk.
Dirk. Oh 06. Oh, this is when it's gonna.
Yeah, this one's now you've gotten it. Pretty much everybody besides 2018, obviously, but now it's like
Can
this is
I
2000.
can I go to 2000?
Yeah,
I think I
you can
think
go anywhere you want.
2000 was Shaq. No, 2000 was AI.
Yep, there you go.
2000 was AI. 01 was KG. Oh,
Nope.
02 was KG.
Yeah, so I think '03. Yeah,
Oh,
03, '02, '03
02,
is
03.
Kevin Durant.
Okay. All right, so I need 01, 02. Shaq won in 99, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you won the
Yeah,
year
I just had to think
before.
about that. I had to get that one
Yeah,
cuz I
like
know
99, 2000.
2000. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
He's 1 year out
Yeah, that's why I was
now.
like cuz the years is kind of what's throwing me off because
Yeah, it's throwing you
obviously
off a little.
2024 2025 is Shea, but technically it's a 2024 NBA season. So
Right.
that's why I'm having to like think and I'm like missing
Hmm.
it by like a year, but right
Yeah,
range.
you are almost done with this list. You have 4 more people.
Four more. So I have 01, 03, 04,
Mhm.
and then
You don't
2018.
have '04. You don't have '04, '05, '02, and 18.
18. I know Duncan is in one of these years. I just don't remember. Is it 21 or
You're
21? Is it 01?
year after AI.
Okay.
There you go.
So AI, Timmy, KG, and then that the year I'm missing is 03, 04 or 03,
Yep.
04. Oh, 2003 MVP and then the 2004 MVP and then the 2018 MVP is what I need.
Yeah, you're missing. Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one I want to use my hint for.
Fair enough.
Can I get the 04 one?
Yeah. This is an international winner.
Is this 03? Are both of these? No, no, no. Yeah, are both of these Steve Nash?
They are.
Okay, okay. Now I need 2018.
Yeah, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna
that.
say international. A lot of international players. I wanted to highlight that.
Yeah,
A lot more than you think, for sure.
yeah. I didn't think it was that. That seemed like it was like so early. Like
Oh, yeah, but no,
it makes
he won.
sense.
That was back to back,
Yeah,
and he won after Garnett. Yeah,
yeah. That makes sense. Wow. I thought.
just a long time ago.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it was. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was. Obviously,
Good picks,
it
bro.
couldn't have been earlier.
You're
Obviously,
You just need one more,
I just
brother.
need one more.
Wow,
But I used my
less
hint.
than 15 minutes.
But I just used both my hints, so I'm
Yeah, your
really gonna have
last
to
hint.
get in my
Yeah, no
bag.
more hints. It's their second MVP in franchise history, or no, third. No, second, because the person who won didn't win on the Bucks. So, oh wait, no, I gave it away.
Giannis,
No,
you're good. You're good.
oh, y'all just saw it live in the flesh.
Dang.
No,
I,
it's
I was
Giannis.
I was thinking
Oh,
him too. I wasn't thinking of him, but like I was
I
like,
said Bucks. I don't know
yeah,
why
you
I
said
said that.
but
I was thinking of Big O, but he didn't win. It's
no,
Kareem and
yeah,
uh, Giannis. Oh,
you're
I
good.
messed up. I'm sorry.
No, you're
That was
good.
the last
You're
one
good. You're good.
too.
No,
You
you're
could have
good.
gotten it. Ah, okay, good job, CJ.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
job.
Appreciate it. That was tough.
15 minutes down.
That was tough. That was a
Pretty
tough one.
good.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That was
Really, yeah.
I really had to think, especially those mid two
A lot of repeat.
thousands. Yeah, those mid two
Yeah.
thousands is
Repeat winners too.
repeat winners.
Tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question for you though, brother. This one's interesting. I thought you would like this one, but can you name me the top 5 NBA players with the most total blocks over the last 10 years to the date? So going back to September 22nd on 2015, can you name me the 5 players who lead in total blocks in the NBA?
Ooh. Do I have to say an order if I say a name,
No,
you'll just
yeah, if you get all 5 names, doesn't matter. I'll tell you the order
what?
after.
Okay. Or if I say Could you, or if I say a name, could you say where they're at on the list so I can
Yeah,
kind of gauge it? Okay.
you can gauge it. Yeah,
Bet. So since
yeah, I'll give it over.
2015. That's a good
To the
question.
date.
That's a good question, bro. That is a really good question. Trying to think. Shot blocker.
Yeah, it'll make you think.
Yeah, I'm
Because this
thinking.
one's like, ooh, you know. But you know everybody on this list.
Right.
So
If I don't want,
you got 2 hints. So
yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to waste my hint already.
yeah,
I was gonna ask you a question, but would that be a hint if I ask?
technically,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, no, I'll wait. I'll wait it out. I'm gonna start throwing some names. Is Rudy Gobert up there?
He's number one. There you go. Wow. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
That one, Go Bears won.
Okay, Gobert is number one. That makes sense. Shot blockers just throwing shit.
Just throwing stuff. Like you're saying, that's a good way to think about it. Just DPOY, just throwing stuff.
Oh, that was. Man. Do. Oh, wow.
More.
I know. I got number one.
Yeah, for sure. Solid. That was a good guess.
Wemby's not on this list, right?
No,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
but he is
He's up there.
top 10.
Oh,
Yeah, he's already.
which is crazy.
He's 10.
That's
The
why.
last decade,
Yeah,
guys.
I was.
The last decade, his total blocks
That's
are
ridiculous.
like for 3 years. Like they're saying, he's already 10th or
10th.
something.
Yeah, that's why. That was the one I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask if like they've been,
it's a good guess.
or if it's a newer.
He'll be number one, bro. Like he will be. He'll pass Gobert.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So
man,
it's a good guess.
it's like nah, he's not like that. Clint Capella.
Nope.
He's nowhere near that list.
Nope.
Yeah. That's why I was like, he's not really a shot blocker.
They're all, I will say, they're all like shot blockers today.
To this day, like in the league right now.
Yeah.
Are they in the league right now? All these players.
Yeah.
All these players. Still.
Not one person is not.
One person is not.
That's the one I'm thinking you might need a hint on, but
is it Hassan Whiteside?
It is Hassan Whiteside at 5.
Okay.
Good pull.
Okay. I was.
Good pull.
That's who I was thinking of. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good job. You have 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
That was a tough one. I thought you were gonna use your hint for that one, but it is Hassan Whiteside.
I've used the hint already, right?
No, you haven't.
Can I get a hint?
Yes. The number 2 guy was just recently traded.
Ooh. Like in this offseason?
Or not traded, sorry. Signed to a new team.
Just signed to a new team. Brook Lopez.
Not traded. Nope, but Brook Lopez is on the list at 3.
Ooh. Okay.
So that was not the answer to the hint, but Lopez is on the list. And of course, I forgot he was also signed too. So double whammy on the hint. You just got 2 for 1 there. Now, yeah, Lopez is 3.
Okay, so I have 2 and 4.
Yeah.
You said the second player on this list just got signed to a new team.
Yep.
Can I get the hint for number 4?
Yes. Recent NBA champion within the last 5 years.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis at 4.
Number 2. He just was signed.
Mm-hmm. Super good too. Always protecting the paint.
Okay. Let me. The gears are grinding right now.
You're grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I like it. This was another good one as well.
Mm-hmm. He just got signed, and he's second on the list.
I will say this: he was unfortunately the second best power forward in last year's finals. Does that give it away?
in the finals.
He was, yeah, bro. Like he was doing his thing. He just wasn't Chet Holmgren.
It's not Miles Turner.
Miles Turner at number 2 for the
Really?
Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow, I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't even pop in my head.
Miles Turner.
That makes
Isn't
sense.
that cool?
That yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that makes sense, bro. But I
Yeah,
didn't.
bro.
So could you tell
You
me
like?
the totals? Because I'm kind of curious now.
I did not write them down,
Oh, okay.
but I can pull them up for you real quick
I was
because I
just
have
because
them in my
like I
history.
want to see the separation
Yeah,
from Turner to Gobert because
of course, of course. Let's go.
I didn't know.
Because we have, I go to StatMuse here. Because I remember I was looking at this list. Gobert has 1,138 total
Fuck, that's
in the
crazy.
last 10 years. Let's see.
It's like a block and a half average for 10 years.
Yeah. Um, this was such a cool list to look at. So I think Serge Ibaka like leads the league, or he led in like blocks per game.
Mm. That was one of those ones where if you said if there was like two or something, I probably would have said him. Two people that aren't
Yeah,
active in the league.
facts. Let me just pull it up. No, it's giving me from like just a decade, not like the last 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like 2010 to 2020, and then 2020 to.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, nah, like I need like there it is. Okay, so Gobert has 1,488. Miles Turner has 1,412.
Wow.
Brooke
Okay.
Lopez has 1,336. Anthony Davis has 1,314. Hassan Whiteside has 1,005. Clint Capella is next with 942.
Interesting.
So he's pretty high up on the list.
Yeah.
Pretty close. That
Dang.
was not a bad guess at all. So, all right, CJ, this next one, we're moving right along, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Similar question,
Okay.
but do you know who the top 5 players in the NBA are that have the most steals over the last decade? So similar to blocks,
Mm-hmm.
but now we're going to steals. This is total steals. I can give you totals if you want me to look it up, but you got 2 hints. Let's see if you can get it.
Is this the steals for the decade or like for from?
Yeah, over the last 10 years to the date.
Okay. I'm CP3 on there.
Yes, he's 2.
Okay. Is Russ on there?
Yes. Russ is 1.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Got the top two.
Do you know Russ has 1,900, not 900, 1,097 steals over the last 10 years.
Wow.
1,900 steals would be like, that's
ridiculous.
That would be crazy. But nah, 1,097.
So Russ CP.
CP.
Is Kawhi on there?
He is not on there.
Draymond Green?
Nope.
Oh.
Got a teammate on there, though.
Really? Steph?
Nope. We'll see if you get it.
Oh, this is...
That one's a tough trick question, but...
Yeah, for sure. Is that a hint? Or no?
Nah.
Can I...
Because I don't think it's going to help you, really.
Okay. Can I get a hint?
Yes. Number 3 played for the Thunder at one point.
James Harden? Nah.
James Harden was at 4, so yes. I guess it was another 2 for 1. God dang it.
Oh, okay.
James Harden is 4th on the list, 1,070. That's not the 3rd person on the list.
Okay. I was skeptical to say that because he doesn't play defense, but he's going to get them some steals and get his hand in the passing lanes.
That's the most surprising person I've seen on any of the lists that I saw. I saw James Harden has the fourth most steals over the last decade.
That's
He
actually
does.
that's actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so I got Russ, CP3. I need three.
Harden.
I need three.
You need five.
Harden, and I need five. You gave me a
Mhm.
hint. You said he played on the Thunder. PG.
Paul George at three with 1,070.
Mm-hmm.
So he's tied James Harden.
Wow, that's crazy.
The 3-4. Yeah. And all you
And
need
then
is
fifth.
five, baby.
Can I get
All
a
you
hint?
need is five.
Can I get?
Yeah,
Is it,
of
oh,
course. Um,
wait. Is this the
this
player that you said was a teammate of Steph?
in Draymond, yeah.
Could you give me a hint?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so I
He
could kind of.
was traded. Yeah, he was traded last year.
He was traded last year. Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler
Jimmy
at number
Butler.
5 on the Warriors.
What's he?
Yeah.
What's he at?
Let's see. I just had it up. He is at 1,070 as well. So it seems like there's a three-way
Three-way
tie.
tie for 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it's going to be split for sure this next year, but some of the best defenders that we have, man. So pretty good. You did a good job on that one. That one went pretty quick. So
Thank you.
shouts
Appreciate
out to you, bro. All right, this next one though, coming up on the last couple questions, but CJ, do you know who the first player to ever be drafted straight out of high school to go to American professional basketball was?
it. Oh,
Now this is ABA NBA merger, so you can
was it?
guess who you would
Was it T Mac?
know. But after you get this answer to this question, the next question was going to be name 10 players that were drafted out of high school, excluding LeBron James and Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
So if you want to use T Mac as one,
Okay.
then
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hold
that'll
that
count.
in the pocket for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh wow, first. Oh, can I get a hint?
Yes. He is one of the best rebounders of all time. And it's not Dennis Rodman.
One of the best rebounders of all time.
Yeah, like solidified.
Wow.
One of the greatest players ever as well. Top 100. He was that good.
Man, high school first. It's the first one.
Yeah, it was in the late or mid 70s.
Oh shit. Yeah, I need to think way back then.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say
I was kind of thinking like 90s era.
2000, yeah, 90s. Yeah, I was like, let me scale you back.
Okay. 70s.
Yeah, mid 70s. This one's the toughest question to answer, no doubt.
Is it Willis Reed?
No, but good guess. That's a good guess.
Okay, I didn't.
Similar style player. Yeah, very like post heavy. Like yeah, you're in the right path.
Okay. He was like a high draft pick too.
Yeah, and he was a high draft pick, bro, and he was an all-star. He was an MVP.
Moses Malone?
Moses Malone was an MVP and an all-star and drafted out of high school to the Utah Stars in 1975. So, wow. CJ, you got that answer right, man. I wasn't expecting you to get it, but you got it down the line. So shout out to you, Moses Malone. So can you name me 10 players, excluding LeBron James, Kobe, and Moses Malone, that were drafted straight out of high school? Yeah. I have a list here, so I know the players who were. Okay. I think there's only been 41 total players. So there's some to pick from. Right.
But so I said T Mac. So that
T Mac is one of them. He's one of the better ones as well. He's one of the best ones to ever come out of high school.
Oh yeah, 100%. KG.
KG as well. He's a Hall of Famer to come out of high school. That's 2.
Dwight Howard.
3. Dwight Howard's a Hall of Famer to come out of high school.
Andrew Bynum,
a great center to come out of high school.
100%.
That's 4.
Okay. Now it's gonna start getting a little
dicey with no Bron and Kobe.
Yeah, I was about to say Bron and Kobe would have been the easy just.
Yeah, there's one guy on here that's like he was one of the picks for the Sonics.
Rashard Lewis.
It's another hint that I keep doing. Yes, Richard Lewis is one of them, but that's not the person I was
You
looking
were thinking.
for. But
Okay.
Richard Lewis is on the list.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So is that 5?
Yep.
Okay.
This dude was a little bit after him.
Sean Kemp.
Nah.
No, he went to college. Yeah, though.
Yeah.
After Rashard Lewis. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. Celtics, not the Sonics. I saw Richard Lewis and said the Sonics, but he got drafted to the Celtics.
Okay.
Played for the Thunder though.
This guy got drafted by the Celtics. The one that you were talking about. Okay. I said the ones already that are on the off the top, obviously, because I would have been firing them off if I.
You got Richard Lewis as well.
Yeah, that was.
Another good one.
I didn't
yeah.
know that one for sure, but you said Sonics, and I was like, oh wait, Richard Lewis. That was like the first. Oh man, can I get
They're all like all-star caliber players. I think. Yeah, the hint for the person. He's NBA champion, bro. Media personality as well.
This is just a side question. I mean, if you count it as a hint, I don't think it really would be. When did they stop allowing high schoolers in?
I think it was 20.
Was it that year that
2006? 2006.
Okay, I was like, it had to be like within the years of like KD before he got
2006.
2006.
Because there was one year I saw the people and I was like, oh, all these people that came out of high school are so good.
Right.
He's actually, you know what? Him being in media has like changed my perspective on him because I thought he was kind of a dumb basketball player, but he's not.
I don't know if is Darius Miles on there.
No, but Darius Miles is one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't put him on the list of like the people who I thought you would get, but he's on there.
Okay.
Like when I know the players.
Yeah.
Darius Miles would count.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Yeah, Cavaliers, right?
Yeah, Cavs. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just seeing if you're on your toes for sure. He was talking shit about somebody else who came out of high school who was better than him.
Oh.
That boy LeBron.
Yeah. I was like, who are you talking about? Yeah, LeBron. I was like, I thought you were giving me another hint. I was like, wait, hold on.
Nah.
I got you. Yeah, I remember that. Bro. That was crazy.
Talking mess about him, bro.
Carlos Boozer and stuff.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm like, nah, Darius Miles, you didn't go to college either, bro. Like.
Right. Yeah. Crazy. I'm not gonna let an 18-year-old come in here and run.
Yeah, like.
Talking crazy.
Well, I get it because he wasn't a rookie, so like, I get it.
No, right. Still. Understandable.
Still.
This media person though, you said.
Yeah, bro.
Them being in media.
It's changed my perspective of them for sure.
Big man. Played for Kendrick Perkins.
There you go, out of high school. So KP. Now you got. I think you're at 7.
7.
Yeah, 3 more.
Okay. And I have one more hint.
You have 2 hints. You have 2 hints. If you want to use one, you can. This next guy. Okay, I'll tell you one. This next dude got drafted to Atlanta. His nickname is Jay Smooth. That's all I'm gonna say.
Josh Smith.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you knew who Jay Smooth was, but you do because you're OG. That might have given it away. Yeah. I can't give you a nickname like that, bro. I can't do that.
Yeah. I was about to say, I knew off of that. Honestly, if you would have said Atlanta, I probably would have got it. I probably would have drafted by Atlanta.
Well, yeah, Jay Smooth.
Yeah.
That's 8. You got 2 more, bro.
Okay.
And these other 2 players that I have on my list, like and they're both like they're both solid, really good NBA players.
Really good.
Yeah, like really good. Both of them had over 10 years of service. So for out of high school, like to play more than 10 years, like you were.
That's really good, man. Honestly, it's good to play 10 years, even if you were in college.
Regardless. But
can you give me the easy hint?
I got you. Yes, sir. This next player, sniper, 30,000 tattoos. That's all I'm gonna say. Just got tattoos everywhere.
J.R. Smith?
J.R. Smith. There you go. I knew that one wasn't gonna give it away too much because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you still had to
I
think a
had to
little,
think. I
but
had to
yeah,
think. I was like,
Mr. Mr.
did he come out of
Yeah,
high school?
he didn't get those until after he started, swagging on the court a little bit. He didn't come into the league with those tats. So J.R. Smith, and then this last person is just a bucket getter, man. Just one of the coldest cats. Straight bucket, all buckets, bro. A career 20 points per game, or 19 or 18 points, but one of the better scorers we've seen come through the NBA.
Uh,
No hint, no hint.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. Jamal Crawford?
No, good
No.
guess.
Okay. I'm gonna start saying name Chris Anderson. Is he on there?
Nope.
No. Okay. Straight
This dude was
bucket
like
average
just
points.
running it, bro. Like, yeah, he was good.
Oh man.
I'll say this, he was kind of like a splash bro before a splash bro, you could say.
Really? Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis.
There you go, Monte
Yeah,
Ellis.
yeah.
You know which team drafted him?
Oh,
Because you got that one easy.
no, I know he went to the Bucks after the Warriors.
Yes. It's the Warriors.
He got drafted by the Warriors? Oh, okay, yeah.
And then the
Okay,
Steph
okay, yeah.
thing. And so like when they took Steph, and then Monta Ellis has spoke about this before because we haven't talked about it on this show, but he said like he just felt slighted. Like he
Yeah,
was like,
I do remember. Yeah.
y'all don't think I can score 20. But obviously Steph Curry now he knows he's like it's like
Yeah,
Monte Ellis compared to Steph Curry. Like looking back on it now,
right.
nobody would.
Yeah, no
None of
one
us
would
are mad.
hesitate. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? You decided to take Curry instead of Monta Ellis. But at the time,
Bro, at the
Monta
time,
Ellis was getting 20 a game, bro. So
he was cold. Wow. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, damn, I forgot he
yeah,
came.
that's 10, bro. What a list. You've had Darius Miles on there. Shout out to you, man. But
Who
this is the last one before we get to the Spurs offseason file. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say who'd you have on your list that you thought I was gonna get?
Yeah,
Because
I'll
I'm
tell
just
you.
curious.
McGrady, Dwight, Garnett,
Mm-hmm.
O'Neal, Rashard Lewis, Josh Smith, Kendrick Perkins, J.R. Smith, Monta Ellis, and Andrew Bynum. So you said,
Jermaine O'Neal.
yeah, Jermaine O'Neal. My
Okay,
bad.
got you.
My bad.
No, you're
Jermaine
good.
O'Neal.
You're good.
That's who it was. You didn't say.
Interesting.
That was the person. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I would say he was probably like one of the better ones to come out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play super long, but I think he ended up getting 10 years of service as well
Mm-hmm.
out of high school. I think he played 11 years in this league and was an all-star for one or two of the years. So
Him on the
really,
Pacers,
really
bro?
good. Yeah, I was gonna say on the Pacers he was awesome.
Crazy. Yeah.
I think he had some attitude problems, but
Mm.
he was still awesome. So, all right, CJ, this next and final question. This one will be a quicker one before we get into the Spurs offseason file. Hey, can you name me the All NBA team? All three of them from last year,
From last year.
2024, 2025. You can start with the first team, go to your third, start from the bottom up, however you want to do it. But can you tell me all 15 players? Let's see.
Do I have to say first team, boom, 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 or
You don't. You can just name
name
them.
names? Okay. Shea, Jokic, Giannis,
First.
Donovan Mitchell.
First.
I know Brunson's on there.
Second.
Cat,
Third.
Cade,
Yep. Third.
J Dub.
Third.
Oh, man, this is gonna be bad if I can't get this right. We just recorded 80 podcasts.
I couldn't.
Really?
I could. That's
Really?
why I said, yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
15 people you think you know, but
You think you
don't.
would? Yeah.
Yeah. This is from last year,
I
like
know.
you're saying. So
I know. It's like
yeah,
you should
like when I
know
was
it.
going through, I was like, man.
How many do I have right now? I don't know if you've been keeping.
You have 9.
9. Okay. I have.
And you have you're only missing one
One from
person
the
from the
first-
or yeah, the third team or 2 people. I think 2 people from the third team.
Oh my
Missing one from the first team.
One
This
from
that dude from the first team's solid too. Like you'll get him.
yeah, yeah. I just drawing a blank right now. Braun, right? Braun's on there.
Braun is on there,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Okay,
Second
yeah,
team.
yeah. So I was like, Braun's got it.
That one I was like, I thought you might say first, but
Yeah. Ant.
just to get it out of the way. Ant is on the second team as well.
So did I have all the second team?
You're missing two,
Two.
but you
Okay.
have LeBron and Brunson. And then Cade, Towns, Williams on the third team.
Evan Mobley.
Mobley is on the second team. One more, and you'll be done with that one.
With that
So
one.
one more for first, one more for second, two more for third. Only four more players.
Why am I drawing a blank on the first team? I should know this.
Mm-hmm.
I should know this, bro. We did a whole year's worth of podcasting and I can't even think of this shit right
Not on the spot. It's tough.
now. Yeah, man, the lights are too bright. Tatum.
There you go.
Come on. That was
First team
first
down.
team. Yes. So
No problems.
I need
Yep.
one more.
Third team. Only
One more for the second team.
One more for the second. Two more
for the third. Well, who'd I say on the second again? Sorry.
Brunson and James Mobley.
Tyrese
is on the third team. Yes, sir. So one more.
One more for second and third. Technically, I can use my hints, right?
You can use a hint. I was gonna say you have a hint, but I don't know if you want to use it. But you can.
Yeah. I don't want to, but
you may need it.
I am drawing a blank, man.
Mm-hmm.
Curry.
Curry is second. So one more.
Just need a third. Both Western Conference.
It was like it's definitely somebody who you were like, wow, they made the games and they did that.
James Harden.
So you got all 15. There you go. That was the All NBA team. CJ just walked you guys through the All NBA teams for last year. That's all 15 players. So it's pretty good, bro. It's not a bad memory. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind running through the off-season files and doing a lot of the talking if you need, because your brain was all
over the place. Fired.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You just got like 2 hours, like 35 minutes right there, because your brain was thinking hard. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I appreciate you for those questions. You were really making me think, bro. That high school one, definitely, I was like, jeez.
I felt like that was gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Because like that one's like one you're not thinking of, but they exist. There's some Hall of Famers in there.
Do you think they'll ever bring that back?
I think so, and I think in our lifetime, I just think that like the development of, that's a good question. I think the development of like the game, that like European, even like African, like other countries, they're just starting to develop a lot quicker, similar to how American style players have always developed. So I think if it's Adam Silver, great. If it's another commissioner, great. But I think at some point it'll be back.
Right. Yeah, because there's Cooper Flag. There's AJ.
League, right?
There's like you could pretty much come into the league like
do that already.
Yeah. So it's like I'm.
Good question.
Do you know why they took that away? Was it just for the development of the players?
I think it's an NCAA thing. They want the high school kids to get an opportunity to go and have the chance to get the free education. I think the high school route was like, why would they even ever go to college? But like now they're being forced to. I think it's beneficial. I think some people actually thought they were going to be one and dones and ended up staying.
Right. Yeah.
So like it I can see cases for both.
It's
it's an NCAA thing. It's not an NBA thing. They want those dudes to get paid.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I know it had to do something with NCAA, or I didn't know if it was. I forgot, but it makes sense because, like you said, it gives them opportunity and it kind of puts them in a spot where it's like you don't have to perform right away, right now. You could develop your game and fine tune it, and then potentially end up getting drafted wherever you wanted to. But yeah, no, that's a good point, because you said there is players that thought they could be one and done and ended up staying in college, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Or 4 years.
Like it just didn't pan out.
Manny played at Yale and then transferred to Michigan, and then got drafted by the Nets. And he played. I think he out of high school. He was one of the highly ranked kids because he's 7'2", could shoot the three. Didn't end up having the best year, and like that's the case where like sometimes you got to just stick it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the benefits to both sides. But man, you ready to get into this offseason file for the Spurs fans? I know they've been waiting a little longer, but
Yeah,
we
bro.
had to do some trivia, man. Had to have some fun.
Yeah, bro. Let's do it, man. I'm excited. This is gonna be
All
a
right, bro.
good one.
Yeah, for the the reoccurring viewers, we appreciate you guys. For those who don't know, though, the way that we do the off-season files on the show, the way that we break it down is we like to give you guys three players that the franchise is building around. We go into their balance sheet and their cap room situation, plus their draft picks, and we talk about the strategic improvements they can make on the court and off the court. So pretty fun little exercise. We get a chance to dive through all 30 teams and really sift through all the BS that the NBA season is going to bring. But let's get right into it, man. Let's start off San Antonio. I mean, the Spurs, they're in the building finally. The
Mm-hmm.
number one player, the number one player that they're building around is none other than Victor Wembanyama. We know the generational talent that he is. I'm not going to speak about it too much, but I think the Spurs got really lucky when they when
Very.
he fell. They got the number one pick. The Pistons were actually supposed to have Wemby that year, ended up losing the lottery. The Spurs definitely won the lottery. They got the golden ticket, and he's their golden boy. We saw what happened last season with the blood clot, which was a really weird injury. We know he's a generational player, though, and we've seen what he can do on the court. I mean, we even talked about it on this podcast. The fact that he's already in, a list for a decade, right, for the blocks or something like that, kind of goes to show you the impact he can make on that side of the ball. For me, what I'm most intrigued about with Wemby is his offensive production and what he's turns into. I think his unicorn ability to shoot the three and then also guard the interior is just something we haven't seen before at his size. I don't know if we'll ever see it again. But I'm most intrigued by his offensive upside. I think he can average 27, 28 points this year, especially if he gets the opportunity, especially with the other pieces around him as well. I think the Spurs have done a really good job of building their roster around Wemby. And I think he was getting like 24 a game, double digit rebounds, almost 5 blocks a game. It's just he's doing stuff it's pretty unreal. And to be honest with you, I think the generational label is thrown out on a lot of players. We've actually spoken about a lot of instrumental pieces to different franchises on the offseason file. So it's been cool to sift through all of these teams and who they're building around. I would argue the number one player that any GM would take today is Victor Wembanyama. He's not no offense to Shaden Sharp or Zamontis Sabonis, right? Like those guys are franchise pieces, but they're not Victor Wembanyama. He's a generational player, and so the Spurs should be unbelievably lucky to have him. I think I wanted to touch on that too. Part of this is parody. I had somebody that responded to us on TikTok talking about the Nets and how every single team will get a chance to win a championship. Ain't that the truth, man? Father Time is undefeated, but I think the Spurs just sped up their window by
Oh,
getting so lucky with Wemby. That's where the luck factor comes into play, right? I think there's skill involved. We've seen what the Thunder, Presti was doing with their balance sheet, getting all the first round picks. The Spurs did something similar, kind of in the background.
mm-hmm.
Ended up getting Wemby, hitting on Wemby, and now he's on a rookie contract, playing at an All-Star level, honestly, All NBA
NBA.
level.
Mm-hmm.
Forget All-Star, All NBA level. So it's none other than Victor Wembanyama. We're not going to talk about him for 30 minutes. I think everybody that listens to basketball has heard about him before, so that makes it easier for CJ and I.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, Victor's been awesome. I think it was 25, 13, and 4. So
Man,
I think he's only going to improve on that. The number's 51 million for 4 years too. I mean, come on, bro. You
man.
got him for another 2 years on a rookie contract, so can't complain. I mean, the timeline is so far extended with him. I think he missed half the year last year, but no panic from the Spurs front office. I mean, he can miss as many games as he needs as long as when he's healthy, he's available. The roster's in set in stone. He's going to be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out Vic, man.
Shout out Vic, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You want to add anything, or you kind of just push it
Yeah,
on
no, yeah,
forward?
you
Because
got you.
Vic, yeah, Vic is Vic, so
Vic,
there's not much else to say, really,
yeah,
right?
bro. He's an alien. They call him the alien for a reason,
Alien,
bro. It's
yeah, bro.
ridiculous just what he in his short amount of time. Like you
Oh,
said, that's why I asked you if there's a player like that has recently gotten drafted in that blocks list because if there would be anybody, it would be him.
It
But
wouldn't be.
and I think that
Yeah.
kind of just goes to show the talent that he is, and just what he's been able to prove to any of the naysayers, if there was any, that he's here to stay, and he's gonna make a huge impact on this league for the foreseeable
Massive.
future, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah,
insane.
he's one of the most interesting players ever that we've ever seen. So
Very.
shout out Vic. But going on to this next guy, man, the next dude up on our list, it's none other than De'Aaron Fox. We talked about the Kings offseason file last time. It hasn't dropped yet. I'm excited whenever it comes out. You guys will see kind of how their stories correlate, right? De'Aaron Fox coming in to San Antonio. We know San Antonio needed a guard to pair alongside Wemby. Pick and roll partner is really important. But getting De'Aaron Fox was not something I had on the bingo card for the Spurs. And when I saw that deal go down, I mean, I know you were high on it. I was high on it as well. The speed, the consistency, the scoring, the offensive orchestration. De'Aaron Fox is awesome. He's top 10 point guard in the NBA for me. We saw that the Spurs front office signaled to him as well that they believe that too. $222 million extension for 4 years. So he's now a max player. He's actually the only max player on the Spurs roster at the moment. So it goes to show you how they've been able to manage their balance sheet. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox at this moment, we spoke about the jump shot a little bit. You know, if he shoots 37% from three on 4 or 5 attempts, I could care less. He doesn't need to shoot 43% for the Spurs to be a contending team here. I think the reason they brought in De'Aaron Fox was to run the offense, be their main guard, and also find a pick and roll partner for Wemby. We just spoke about a generational talent. They're trying to put valuable pieces around him to ensure that they don't mess up that generational talent. Time's ticking with that. We know De'Aaron Fox is also hungry to win in the playoffs. We've seen what's happened with Light the Beam and how that situation ended. And, it's unfortunate. He hasn't had a ton of success there. But I think playing alongside Victor Wembanyama is going to give him an upper hand that not a lot of point guards have, to be honest with you. I think a lot of point guards in the NBA would love to be able to come off a screen and roll and just throw that lob up to somebody like Vic. So De'Aaron Fox being in the building gives the Spurs confidence, consistent scoring, just another franchise player that they know they can build around for the foreseeable future. He's also this year is the first year of his prime. So he's now entering his prime. This entire contract, I think, could actually end up being a steal because I actually think Fox probably in a year or two could be worth 250, but they signed him to 220. It's going to give him some runway in the future to acquire more players. And again, the point is to get the pieces for Victor Wembanyama. When you have somebody of that stature, and I hate to talk about Vic so much with De'Aaron Fox, but that's why they brought him over. That's why I'm saying that is they needed to find a guard who wasn't CP3. No slight to CP3, but he's not that young athlete. De'Aaron Fox can dunk on you still, man, and as long as he builds and continues to facilitate the offense and shoot a decent percentage from three, there's no reason why the Spurs shouldn't be able to build around him comfortably. And I think those two players right there, that duo, top 5 duo in the NBA. There's not a lot of more talented, duos that we have in this league, more outside of Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox, especially when healthy. So again, those two players missed some time last year. They weren't healthy. I'm not going to sit here and say that the health isn't a concern because it is, honestly, at this point. I would say that's the only concern for me. But De'Aaron Fox shows up, gives you 67 games. You can pencil in he's going to miss 2 weeks. Most likely he's not going to play all 82, but if he gives you 67 games and Wemby's healthy, that's a money duo going forward. So $222 million for 4 years for De'Aaron Fox, 20 points per game, career scoring average. No, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. You wanted to add anything?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's I feel like when that first year we saw Wemby play, like you said, don't really want to bring Wemby into the conversation
Wemby,
about
yeah,
De'Aaron
yeah.
Fox, but it goes hand in hand. That's why they got De'Aaron Fox, is to have him be the running mate with Wemby, and I feel like that was what they were missing. They were missing. Of course, they got, like you said, CP3, and no slight to him. He's not De'Aaron Fox at this moment. Obviously CP3 a better
Right.
player for a career, but
For
with
sure,
with
for sure.
De'Aaron,
Hall of Famer, first
right,
ballot.
100%, one of the greatest point guards of all time. So De'Aaron Fox, so what he is at this moment is exactly what they're needing. Like you said, an orchestrator of the offense, someone that can, be a pick and roll partner with Wemby, and
Yeah, that's
you
what it
know
is.
when he's able to get his shot going, that 3-point shot, and hitting that consistent mid range, I feel like that's when he was able to get that All NBA selection. I feel like this is a perfect partnership for him with having Wemby, just because it's going to open up the court so much for him. You know, seeing De'Aaron Fox playing with Sabonis, and the fact he was able to be so successful with him kind of goes to show the type of player that he is. And Sabonis is clogging the paint majority of the time. Wemby's going to be able to space it out and leave. Everyone's going to
Dribble.
dribble,
Yeah.
do everything, you know? So it's like you said, bro, he's a perfect pick and roll
Running
partner,
together.
running mate for Wemby. And I think this is what they're needing. You know, we were seeing clips Wemby his rookie year, you know, wide open underneath the rim, and he wasn't getting the ball.
The ball,
That's not
yeah.
gonna happen with De'Aaron
That's not what
Fox.
happened. Right.
He's gonna be feeding him. I think he's in a perfect situation for him to have potentially an all NBA type season. You know,
100%.
just with that player that of the magnitude of Wemby, he's gonna be in the spotlight. People might forget the type of player that De'Aaron Fox is, and I feel like that's something that we haven't, but maybe some of the casual fans don't really
Casual
know
fan.
the
Yeah.
type of player he can be. And if he's,
Yeah,
like I
bro.
say, hitting that consistent jumper, being able to facilitate to Wemby and whoever else is on that court, bro, it's gonna be incredible for him. I'm excited to
Oh,
see what he
dude.
can do. And even those little bit of games that we saw him play with Wemby, it was already a problem. So yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure, bro. Swipe him, man.
Yeah. Rich Paul, like Clutch Sports, did a good job, figuring out and deciding on a situation where let's get De'Aaron Fox to a place where he can win. It's a not only get paid, but build a legacy. I think that was really important for them. So San Antonio is a perfect spot to do that, man. But going on to the next person on our list, brother, it's none other than Stephon Castle, baby. I think, the previous rookie of the year, I wanted to shout him out. I don't know if the Spurs were expecting to get back-to-back rookie of the year. So the expectation, again, you don't want to bring up Wembanyama in this sense, but the Spurs, when they got him, realized, hey, man, we got to figure out everything in our power to surround him with winning pieces, and hitting on Castle is just another cherry on top. I mean, he had an amazing season last year, the best rookie in the class. Very athletic, showed out in the dunk contest. His shooting isn't great, but the defensive motor and the ability to score is there. He's one of the better slashers that we have in the NBA, and I just think he's going to continue to build. We know they took Dylan Harper, they got Vassell, they got Keldon Johnson. I don't know how those guys' careers are going to turn out. I think Dylan Harper has a longer leash, right? Because he hasn't even played a game yet. But when you look at Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, I don't know what the Spurs are really going to do with those pieces. Are those guys going to be complementary pieces? Are they going to be the 15, 20 points per game?
Right.
I think Steph Castle is on he's going to be a 18 points per game type of dude. And that's what the Spurs need. Again, the shooting woes are something to talk about. But outside of that, he's a really solid player. And to be honest with you, outside of Wembanyama, I think he's one of the better defensive guards they have on the team. De'Aaron Fox is a traffic cone. He can guard well. We know he can lead the league in steals. He's fast. He's quick twitch, but he's definitely can get abused by bigger guards. And that's where Steph Castle comes in. And at 6'6", can play against a 2 or a 3, and not get bullied around. And I think that's going to be really beneficial, man. And he's also on a rookie contract. You're not paying him $120 million. He's getting $41 million over the next 4 years. So I think he's going to outplay his contract. Winning the Rookie of the Year kind of already shows you he's
Yeah.
outplaying his contract. But a little bit of trivia for you on that. Do you know the other Rookie of the Year for UConn? They're the only D1 program in history to have a Rookie of the Year for the NBA and the WNBA. Do you know who the Rookie of the Year for the WNBA was?
Paige.
Paige Beckers.
Paige
So
Bakers, yeah.
yeah, UConn strong. But yeah, just a pedigree of winning. We know he's gone that national championship. Like the winning runs in his blood. I think this was another really, really good draft pick that it's ending up like it's looking like a steal, and it wasn't even a steal, but the value grab for them to get the Rookie of the Year. Ricochet was the number one, right? Like the Hawks could have taken Steph Castle. They're just in a different situation, but you had to take the best available. And he's obviously outplayed himself. So I think he's going into a really good situation now. He has Wembanyama healthy and De'Aaron Fox, and I just want to see how that opens up the court for him as a scorer.
Mhm.
I think he's going to have more opportunities to shoot the ball. I also want to see him create a little bit more for his teammates, but right now, bro, he's in a really good situation. He just needs to be running the floor, hit an open three in the corner every once in a while, but be that consistent slasher that they can count on from the mid range and get into the free throw line and being another consistent scorer behind De'Aaron Fox. So, whoop, lights off. But yeah, no, just trying to figure out that core is really interesting. And you said this to Carlos, bro, but San Antonio's here. Like it's not they're not waiting for, all three of those guys, Fox, Wemby, and Steph Castle, like that. It's one of the better cores that you'll find in the NBA. So I think seeing those three dudes on the court, I'm really excited to see what that product is. And hopefully it's going to be fun, man. I think they're going to play with a lot of pace, be athletic, play good defense.
Defense.
It's going to be good, bro. It's
Yeah.
going to be solid.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, bro. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on Stephon Castle. Pause. I just what he was able to do last season, bro, in the absence of Wemby, and obviously De'Aaron Fox missed a lot of time as well. It just kind of showed you flashes of what he could be in his just being a good basketball player, bro. I feel like that was the thing when he
Right.
was at
Great
UConn
team ball player.
was such a huge, and it's obviously it's I wouldn't say like a typical answer, right? But like not everyone can do that. Not everyone can adapt to the league, and then also just kind of get in where you fit
Their
in type of
role,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
Their,
he
yeah.
does perfectly. And now that he's gonna have a full healthy season with uh Swipa and Wemby, it's gonna be a perfect spot for him to kind of just do that exactly. Just in a bigger role, but he's not the main like ball handler. He's not gonna be the
Right.
one
And main
dribbling it,
creator,
the
yeah.
creator. Yeah, he's gonna be like you said, slasher. I think he's gonna be. He's gonna be a problem, bro. This upcoming season, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be playing good defense, and then
It's going to be annoying.
whenever he needs to get those, main facilitator duties, he can do that as well. And I think that's what makes him so great is that he's versatile. He's able to play defense. He's able to, like you said, jump shots a little inconsistent, but I'm pretty sure he's worked on it this whole offseason, and I'm expecting him to improve in this upcoming
Make a little
year.
jump.
And
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. He's just, like you said, definitely for where he was and for where he's at right now and where they were able to get him, like you said, not really a steal per se, top 4 pick, but what what he was able to provide in the absence of their two guys that they brought, or Wemby and then De'Aaron Fox when he came in, and him
Yeah.
being injured. I think it just kind of showed that he's gonna be here, bro. Like obviously they got Dylan Harper, like you said, but he's gonna be taking the majority of those ball handler duties whenever De'Aaron Fox isn't playing. So yeah, no, dude,
Yeah, bro.
I agree with what you said, man. Stephon
Yeah.
Castle is there. I tell like
I
you said,
know.
like I told you, I've been telling Carlos, I've been telling everyone, man. The Spurs are here, bro. So we
Yeah,
gotta
they're good.
we gotta prepare for Wemby,
They're
man.
damn good.
It's gonna be interesting,
Yeah, it's
man.
Wemby time.
Mm-hmm.
100%, bro. It's Steph Castle, Fox, Wembanyama, the three players they're building around. But heading into the cap and roster situation, man, just looking at their balance sheet, their 2025, 2026 projection, total payroll, their active payroll is 184 million. The Spurs are, I think, they're 12 million dollars away from the first apron, 22 away from the or 24 away from the second. But they're not in any like situation to be panicking. We spoke about it already, but actually, like the majority of their players are on pretty cheap deals. Even the people they sign, like Luke Cornett in the offseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I already said this too as well, but they're actually one of the only teams in NBA right now to use one of their max slots, and obviously that'll also go to Wembanyama. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see if it goes to Steph Castle, but De'Aaron Fox is their only max player. He's expensive, but when you have the finances to do it, it's just like having any other all-star player on your team. Instead of having three of those dudes, you got one guy, and that just really helps your balance sheet. They're not paying a ton for their current roster, which is really good. I just I think the Spurs and the Thunder are in different situations, but similar spots in terms of just like their draft capital and then the players that they have on their roster. We know the Thunder's extensions will kick in, so we know they'll be a luxury team. But
Mm-hmm.
the Spurs will most likely be a luxury team, but they're not in any danger of that happening soon.
Yeah.
So, kind of going into their draft capital as well, they own all their picks. It's not a situation like they've traded, like Phoenix, where they got their 04 firsts, or they have outgoing draft picks. They have a war chest of draft picks at their disposal to be able to build through the draft, potentially trade, try to get another player for Wemby. And I'm really happy with how the Spurs have done this. They've kind of been a team that's flown under the radar until getting Wembanyama. Obviously, when you get a generational talent like that, you're going to get put on the map. But looking at their finances and their current draft capital, I mean, how can you not be excited? They're nowhere near the apron. They're not going to be in the apron for the next 2 to 3 years for sure, because they have those guys on their rookie deals, and anybody they draft will be on a rookie deal. Then you look at their draft picks, they have all of them. If they wanted to trade 3 first round picks, they could try to get another all star for Wemby. Or if you want to just see if you're going to hit on those draft picks, obviously through future drafts, then you can also do so as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having options as a team is really important. The Spurs have an abundance of that. So I'm interested to see what happens, in 2028, 2029, when we go a little bit further down the road, whenever Wemby's going to sign to his max deal. We'll see how much that is. I'm sure it'll be above
Crazy.
320,
Mm-hmm.
around 400 probably, but it'll be a really expensive contract. But for the next 2 to 3 years, Spurs paying 184 million for the current roster, one max player, all their draft picks, claps all around. So, yeah, good for the Spurs front office. Good on them. Done a really, really good job of just building that team the way that they want to. And I think they're about to reap the benefits if they haven't already. I mean, they have the back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners. They're going to get another pick next year. They're owed picks from teams who messed up their drafts. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going through it, let's see. They own
Atlanta.
pick swaps. Yeah, Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Minnesota, Sacramento. They hold second rounders from the Clippers, right? So just looking at their war chest of draft picks, I mean, they'll be able to make a move whenever they want. So
Mm-hmm.
this is good on the Spurs. They have a top 5 balance sheet in the NBA, pristine, just very good management. And again, they've done that throughout their franchise history. This isn't anything new. They've never been a franchise that's screwed around, hasn't had a clean balance sheet, been in the apron, paying all the luxury. Like, nah, they've won on the margins. They win championships in San Antonio, and they're gonna continue to do so as they move forward. So it's a quick little breakdown of their cap situation, their draft capital, and it just, if you're not worried about the Spurs and you're in the NBA, I think you're wrong, because they're coming, like you said, man. 5 minutes ago, I think they're ready to contend this year, but over the next 3 years, I think they're going to be one of the more dangerous teams that we have in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. The only little tidbit I was gonna throw in was you brought it up. Funny enough, that's why I was smiling when you brought up like they're kind in a different situation, but very similar to what the Thunder, where the Thunder are at. You know what I mean? They have a lot of good young players that obviously are on really cheap deals right now, but whenever those extensions come up, that's when it's gonna get interesting, especially with
Little
Wemby.
dicey.
Yeah, because you know with Wemby, he's going to get a max contract, and it's probably going to be the highest paid player at that moment. So you got to prepare for that. But I have no reason to think that they're not going to be able to be savvy. That front office is one of the. I mean, the Spurs in general are one of the best franchises that we have in this league, and I don't think, like you said,
100%.
they don't really trade away their picks. It's not like they're if they trade a player away, they're going to be getting good value
Value.
for it.
Right.
So I think not really worried about that. Kind of like where the Thunder are. You know what I mean? Like obviously, yes, we're gonna be hitting the luxury tax, but with the roster that you have, it's worth it for us. Obviously, I would say it's worth it for them. It's just a little too early, but whatever Wemby gets, pay him whatever. Pay him the king's ransom. Obviously,
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox is going to be on the books for a couple years as well. And then,
pay
like you
him
said,
whatever.
it's just that third
Pay him
spot that they're
whatever.
going to have to figure out. But they got the talent, bro. They got the picks. They can. the cards are in their hand. You know, they could do
Yeah, they're in their hands.
they could do whatever they want at this point. So yeah, no, perfect situation. Their cap and just like their draft capital as well. I feel like that's something that we a lot of teams will bet on a player and it doesn't end up working out. But now that that didn't work out, you don't have your future. So I
Your
think,
future.
and that's something that the Spurs have. So man, yeah, it's probably one, like you said, one of the best that we've seen so far in the offseason files for sure.
100%. The San Antonio Spurs, man, showing up and showing out. But
Hmm.
going into some of the strategic improvements we know they can make on the court and off the court, man. Let's start on the court. Hey, man, it's Wemby time. More than ever, this is the first year where I believe they truly can contend for a championship. I think they could go to the Western Conference Finals if everything goes perfectly. But everything about the Spurs has to run through Vic. It's about finding that balance. Not having him feel like he needs to do too much on the defensive end, the offensive end, and I think the pieces that they've surrounded him with will allow for this to be the case. Wemby time is a time a lot of franchises wish they had. But whenever you have a superstar player like Victor Wembanyama, there should be no hesitation to run the offense through him. Again, find defenders that can not only guard the perimeter, but shade the big man, get him some free blocks, let him drive baseline. But I think playing through Vic is going to be the number one thing that the Spurs have to do next year. I think De'Aaron Fox's injury kind of messed up some of the analysis that they were hoping to get from last season. Just figuring out what type of running mate is he going to be? What type of offense do we need to run? How do we run our defense? What are we going to be doing when De'Aaron Fox and Wemby are out on the court? I think the answer to those questions are going to happen this year. I think you're going to see the offense gel a lot. We know, unfortunately, Pop ain't coming back, right? So they're set with their coach. I think they're going to see the continuity really show through here. And again, I think the Spurs know this. We know this. Everybody knows this. I don't want to touch on it for 5-10 minutes, but building around Wembanyama when you have a generational player like that, it's kind of like LeBron when he was young. If we were doing an offseason file on the Cavs, it'd be the same thing. It's LeBron time. You got to find everybody and their mama to help this dude win an NBA championship. So again, what type of offense are you going to run? What do the rotations look like? Like when he's out there, the next point, and I'll kind of talk about it, kind of mix the points together, but their front court depth is lacking. Their guards rotations are actually in a situation that's very odd, but it's the opposite. They actually have so many guards, they're in a logjam. So they're gonna have to figure out again, like Luke Cornett is great, but he's not going to be, him and Olynyk aren't really serviceable backups or potential starters alongside Wembanyama in the front court. So they're gonna have to figure out that. But with the logjam at the guard spot, yeah, what does your offense look like when you're playing small? What does your offense look like when you play big? Right? When De'Aaron Fox, and we haven't talked about this dude yet, Dylan Harper, right? The ball, there's only one rock. That's what we say in football. There's only one rock, man. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to build that continuity. Everybody's gonna have to get in where they fit in. I wouldn't be shocked if Dylan Harper is the one who has to eat the touches and become a catch and shoot. Sometimes he might initiate, but it's gonna be De'Aaron Fox and Steph Castle. So they have some decisions to make, bro. I think the Spurs are actually one of the teams who are in. I'd say they have a top 5 situation in the NBA. Like they don't have much to work on when it comes to their balance sheet. They don't have much to work on the court. But I will say this, like if you have Wembanyama, like that time is ticking because he is somebody who I see who could get frustrated if they aren't able to win. If this offense, they end up running an offense through him, De'Aaron Fox isn't sharing the ball, Dylan Harper can't hit shots, Steph Castle, I see that going to, ended up not being very good for the Spurs, right? Because Victor Wembanyama wants to win, and he's decided on the fact that, hey, I'm the Spurs franchise player. I'm going to do everything in my power to win, but how are they going to help me win? Because it's hard to play through a guy like this and just expect him to do everything. But at the same time, you want him doing everything because he's definitely your best player. So I think it's going to be about finding that balance and just running the guard rotations, bro. I want to see what Fox, Vassell, Johnson, Castle, Harper, that all looks, that product looks, because I want to see their starting lineup. Um, I wonder who will be like, I don't know. I guess it'll be Sohan, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe he might come off the bench.
Yeah, that's who
But I'm thinking,
that's who I was
I'm
thinking of
thinking
too. I don't know honestly.
like they're four. Like, are they going to start Olenek? You know, like
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But if you're starting on Olenek, it really only be Cornette at your, as a backup for one of those two bigs, and then you're gonna have to play Stojan at the four. It's just gonna be interesting. Like having options is great. This is to sum it all up. Having options is great, but the fact that the Spurs have options makes it kind of iffy. Like
Hmm.
they don't have a set direction. Whereas the Thunder, for example, they play through Shea. Everybody knows how to play around Shea. I don't think that's the case for the Spurs. I think everybody still needs to figure out what type of player they're going to be, and
Hmm.
that's where you run into issues. And that's the best way I can explain it to sum it all up.
Yeah, no, yeah, you explained it perfectly, bro. I feel like that's something that when you have the player of Wemby's caliber, it's like, oh, he's a center, no questions asked. But like you said, that front court depth is pretty thin, and like you said, Sohan might be starting, or Sohan might be coming off the bench, or replacing Wemby whenever, like, if they have injuries or whatever. So it's gonna be interesting to see, and I think you brought it up as well, the backcourt depth, the guard rotations and just everything. What is that going to look like? Like you said, a lot of young guys that are still trying to get their footing. We saw what Stephon Castle was able to do, but what can Dylan Harper be? What can what's his name,
Vassell.
bro? Vassell, yeah. What's the other like guard slash forward that they just drafted from Arizona?
Oh, Carter Bryant.
Carter Bryant. You know what I mean? Like, what is he gonna look like? And I feel like that's something where it's gonna be interesting because I think I brought it up when they drafted Dylan Harper, obviously after acquiring De'Aaron Fox. Like, how is that gonna go? They're gonna have to probably play small ball at certain times, and I'm not doubting that they can't, or that they can, but is it going to be fluid? Is it going to be, what is the offense
Yeah,
going to look like when
what's
Wemby
that
isn't
product?
on the court?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely something that they're gonna have to experiment a lot with. But when you have Wemby back there, I don't think that's the issue. It's just, what is it gonna look like when he's not playing, or when he's off the court? Like, what is
He
that?
subbed off, right?
What does those
You
guards
don't,
rotation
yeah.
look like? Definitely
You
gonna.
don't like it's like a Jokic situation, bro. He goes off the court and I can see that happening with the Spurs. Wemby leaves the court and they just don't know what to do. And yeah, like when you're building around a generational player, but your front court depth is a bit thin and you have a log jam at guard, you have some decisions to make. So we'll see.
Mhm.
We know Wemby time is awesome. I'm excited to see it. Think it'll lead the Spurs to a top 6 seed in the West. So I think they're going to be a playoff contending team.
Mhm.
Now, translating to off the court, they really only have one thing in my mind that would improve their roster, and that's just continuing to hit on the draft. My one thing that I would say is you could try to go out and get Sabonis. Ooh wee, just give up your picks. Be like, look, man, 3 first rounders, give you Jeremy Shohan, somebody else, whatever. But you have your 3 first round picks. Let's take Sabonis. Let's get a 4. Let's get Wemby to the 5. Let's get Fox in here, and now we got a championship team. Like that
That
would
would
do some
be,
damage, but
yeah, that would be nice. Because they
that would be
they
nice.
complement each other well. It's not like they're both gonna be
Yeah,
clogging the
bro.
paint. Sabonis is gonna be
Nah.
the one kind of
So
like mid
everything
range.
Wemby can do, like Sabonis can't really do
Mm-hmm.
that well, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of why I say that. But if you want to build through the draft, man, we got I mean, AJ's class is pretty cool, but I know the 2027, like whenever what's his face? What's his face, bro? He's like the mini KD, Baba,
Uh.
Aludicon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, he's cold. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's some people that are coming to the NBA that you're like, man, bro, if the Spurs are able to get a high draft pick, like they're gonna have a pretty good team. So
Yeah.
to me, that's like the number one thing I can really do off the court is just keep hitting on your draft picks, understanding the situation that, yeah, when you have a generational talent like Wemby, you just got to do everything you can to get talent in the building. I think it's really simple. Like, we don't have to talk about that one much. But building through the draft is something that a lot of teams overlook, and the Spurs haven't, Thunder haven't, right? There's some teams who are definitely better at drafting than other people, right? Like it's, the Kings, for example, probably not one of the teams that were struggling. We highlighted that in our Kings offseason file, but the Spurs have hit on their draft picks. I think they just got to focus on that. Having that war chest at their disposal can't hurt you, especially as you're contending, right? Like it's one thing to be contending and like you own your picks, but that's it. But they've done deals with other teams to where they're going to have picks coming in that aren't theirs, which are actually going to benefit them because they're going to be better than the teams that they're getting the picks from. So that's good. That's good, bro. I just think focusing on that and continuing to build the roster out that way is going to be really useful. It's also the cheapest way to do it. So too, all guys who get drafted are on rookie contracts. We spoke about that, but means you can keep building your team out through free agency and through other means if you have the money to be able to do so. If you don't have your draft picks, you can't draft players on rookie contracts and build your roster out the way you want. So building through the draft, on the court, obviously the front court depth is thin. The guard logjam is something to be wary of, and then building around Wemby. We know when you have a generational talent and in your like I just don't know if people realize this, but yeah, there's not a LeBron James, the Cooper Flags of the world if you want to see him as that. I personally don't, but we know some people do. And then like Wemby, like those people just don't come around often, bro. So you have to do everything in your power to make sure that you squeeze the most out of that orange.
No, yeah, bro, you said it perfectly, man. I think that's the Spurs as of late, and really their whole franchise, even when they made their first dynasty, they built that through the draft. So I have no
Yeah,
reason to
exactly.
really think that they can't potentially do that again. So I think that's exactly what they got to do. We'll see how Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant
Carter.
end up looking this
Yeah.
year, but I think they're going to be great, bro. I think that's exactly what they need, and if they could just keep that going
They'll fill
every
in the gap.
year, just hitting on their picks, bro, it's they're gonna
Yeah,
be.
they I think Wemby is a smart player as well. He knows the types of players he wants to play with. I'm sure he has input now on who they're potentially looking at too. It all plays a part, but I think the Spurs are on a pathway to success and they've already made the change, and it's been a couple of years in the making really since we talked about it. The first thing we said, the golden ticket of Wembanyama, it changes everything. So shout out to the Spurs, man. We're excited to see. We have Fox, Wemby, Castle special plus Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Vassell, Keldon Johnson. So like they got a nice team, bro.
Oh,
So
bro, such a
I'm
nice team.
excited. Deep team, one of the deeper teams we have in the NBA, and yeah, I mean that puts a bow on the offseason file for the Spurs, man. Did you want to add anything else before we head on out of here?
Nah, man, I appreciate you for coming with that trivia at
Oh,
the
of course,
beginning. That definitely had me
of
thinking for
course.
sure how to gears were grinding, bro. But no, yeah, man,
Yeah,
I think this is a great one. Every time we do these, bro, it just gets me ready for the season because we're diving deep into a roster and just kind of I'm thinking of
yeah,
like
like
all
30
like the
minutes.
scenarios of my head of going against the
Dang, like
Spurs
what can
and
happen?
bro,
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm excited, bro. No, I don't got much to say, man. Just excited for the NBA season to start. We're
hell yeah,
29 days away, and just ready to start the season.
he's ready.
I was talking to JG. Shout out to the boy. This is my first time having to experience the target being on my team's back to start the season. I don't know what that feels like. So it's gonna be interesting for me this year. So
Wow. Yeah, that's a good
I've
point.
never had that feeling before,
Great
bro.
point. Yeah, bro. Like I didn't even think about that, but yeah, everybody's going for the Thunder, including the Spurs.
Hmm.
We got this Kings offseason file we're gonna talk about, but just rolling through the season, bro. Trying to get through this offseason and then trying to get to the season. I think October 2nd, first preseason game. Fred VanVleet's out, so that Rockets game versus Thunder is gonna be kind of disappointing. Not disappointing, but a little less.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, just excited though, bro. I think we got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We had Eurobasket wrapped up. I think we're in a good spot for the year and got to get to watching some football. We know it's Monday night, so
Yes,
I know
sir.
you want to go see how Lamar Jackson's doing.
Yes, sir, bro. But no,
Yes,
man.
sir.
If y'all liked and enjoyed this episode of Three Man Weave, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe,
Like, comment, subscribe.
and we'll see
Yeah.
y'all next time, man. Peace. Three
Peace.
man, three man, three man.